I mean, the obvious way of explaining this is, why did Marx call communism communism? When you actually read his description of communism, you do whatever you want, whenever you want, with no duties to the community. Why is that communism? All right. So Marx is actually a libertarian, right? Not that there's anything wrong with that. Many fine Americans are libertarians. But having said that, but the error of the libertarian is to believe that human beings can constitute themselves out of nothing like God did. All choices that don't concern survival become a preference, a whim. And so our freedom becomes nothing but pure indeterminacy. You can do whatever you want. So if you go to any college but this one, you're told by the peer counselors that with respect to sex, you're to practice safe sex. That if you don't kill someone else or kill yourself or bring another being into existence, you can pretty much do what you want. But it could be, I bet you teach this here, that's not sufficient guidance for a free person. If you look at the American founders, they're more good than not, right? And my view of the American founders is because they're more good than not, they need a theory that corresponds to their wonderful accomplishments. So as the one thing John Courtney Murray said was undeniably true is our American founders built better than they knew. And the whole point of rediscovering the science of theology is to come up with a theory adequate to what they built. So our founders, our political fathers, clearly privileged personal reality over impersonal science. And so they built better. That is, they were more Christian than they knew, which means Jefferson didn't think he was a Christian, but he was anyway. We need to understand ourselves, and we don't. The Americans are caught between two diversions, and our science today is mostly diversion. Our impersonal science can't explain even the persons who come up with the science. As you all know from Walker Percy's, Carl Sagan can't explain Carl Sagan, although he has the rest of the cosmos down. But our de-Christianization has emptied our freedom from any real or transcendent content. So the result is we live in unstable, disorienting, narcissistic, degrading, and impersonal times while we whine like persons more than ever. And we wonder sometimes whether the freedom our fathers fought so hard and well to secure is worth defending or even real. That's why our philosopher Pope is right. We need to return to the time of the Lennic Christians to remind ourselves that sundering the person from logos was a very questionable historical decision, one that artificially and futilely limited the scope of human reason. As far as I can tell, which is obviously not very far, logos must be personal. Only persons are rational, erotic, and relational enough to be open to the truth about all things, and only persons have the significance that comes with living freely, responsibly, and lovingly with what they know. A wholly necessitarian or impersonal world of minds and bodies, the world characteristically described by the philosophers, wouldn't be known by anyone at all. So our modern diversions and our modern disorientation comes from thinking unrealistically or too abstractly about who we are and who God is. It is really true that the beginning of the cure for what ails us is more science, not less. Our Holy Father points us in the direction of the theory culminating in the science of theology, adequate to the great success of the experiment in freedom inaugurated by our political fathers. Thank you.